the number one question we need to start is disclaimers, right? I think that's the most important part of the entire conversation. That everything I say doesn't constitute, anything we say today, guys, doesn't constitute as financial advice. It's only for educational purposes. Please do aware that I am not a registered financial advisor. Nan is Bako. We are not speaking here, giving you individual financial advice, but we're talking about how to better use the app. And as well, guys, do remember that Brokstock is a licensed CFD, and the number is on the screen, and it's 25 years in the market that they have, and they're one of the most affordable broker in South Africa currently. So, guys, please do ensure. I'd like to repeat that one, guys, in terms of understanding that we are not offering financial advice of anything we're covering today. We are only trying to ensure that we are just educating you guys in terms of how the platform works and how to better use it. Did I forget something in terms of that? You want
You
to add
know,
something?
look, Ivan, you've covered everything. I'm happy with it. Here, obviously, the whole aim is to just show people the data that they have at their disposal, so that they could
Yeah.
be better investors. Us as retailers, we don't have much information, so we want to dive a bit deep into it so that they can see what Brockstock has to offer, man.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I love the fact
Yeah.
that you even mentioned that. I love the fact that you even mentioned that. So I think that we need to start about Prostock. Who
Yeah.
are they? And and what exactly when we talk to Prostock, what are we talking about? I think that's the first question. And I'm gonna give it to you and throw it straight to you. When we talk to Prostock, what are we talking about?
All right. So here we are talking about a group, right? BCS Markets SA, which is part of a larger group, which is the BCS Group, Financial Group, which has offices in Dubai, Cyprus, USA. So we are basically quite global. And we've been in the business, like you said, for 25 years, offering investment and trading services. All right. And here we've come to South Africa to actually help retail traders to have access to data, right? For one, to actually make it accessible and cheap for them to actually invest and to actually know what they're actually doing, because we find that there's a lack also of education around it. So it is here basically to make it all easy for you with not having to worry, have everything in one app.
And that's so perfect. I love the fact that you put that just have everything in one app, be able to access the market in the most simplified manner.
Yeah.
Guys, I think the awards of Prostock they have achieved, they're on your screen right now. You can see them in terms of what Prostock actually does and what it achieved. And also young investor, guys, that tells you a lot. Traditional investor tells you a lot. Social investor tells you a lot. Active investors, active trader, it tells you a lot.
Yeah.
So now let's go into the idea of how actually people register and how they get started and how it works. So a lot of people always ask us, how do I even because we speak a lot about Prostock, how do I actually get started into using Prostock?
Yeah.
Guys, Brokstock is one of the most simplest app when it comes to registering for it. You only download the app using the QR code that's on your screen right now. After downloading the app, you enter your cell phone number. They'll send you a OPT number, which is just 4-digit code. You put it on your phone. You enter your personal detail, and just like that, you use your ID number as well. And just like that, you are done. You are inside this GSE. You can buy CFD shares of any company that you like for yourself based on your own research. It is simple as that in terms of how you actually invest, you actually get started with using Prostock. And the next question that a lot of people I know who are watching the webinar have is in relation to the fees that you pay when you are downloading with Prostock, right? And how it
Yeah.
actually works and how much you actually pay. Because let's be honest, we are dealing with ordinary South Africans, and right now we know the economic platform, the economic environment here in South Africa. Things are expensive, and
Yeah.
Prostock, how it comes in to assist in that regard is number one. It when you buy shares in the JSE, you pay 0.1% per trade. I would like to repeat that. When you're buying any share in the JSE using the Brokstock app, you are paying 0.1% per trade. In US stocks, ETF, commodities, and mentals, you are paying 0.3% per trade. I don't think there's no deposit and withdrawal commission that you pay. There's no monthly subscription or monthly fees that you pay. So when you download the app and you use it as a new user of the app, you are able to just pay only those two fees I just mentioned right now. It's not like other people out there. We keep things simple here at Brokstock to ensure that everyone can simply understand how the actual app works. So, Maboko, I want you to cover the next one. But this one is something that it needs tactical bites. It needs analysis to come through and fully explain how it
Yeah.
actually works.
All right, right. Thank you. So this is after you've downloaded the app, right? So what happens is that you've downloaded the app. Now you've actually put down money. You have 290,000 in your account, and now you've opened positions, all right? So what you are seeing in front of you will be your portfolio, all right? So I just want to discuss here profit losses calculations here to make it a bit simple, all right? So if you look at the picture, right, that we have displayed there, it says the first line, it says it's your portfolio total, right? So basically that portfolio total will involve your profit or losses that you're experiencing at that current moment, right? So if it is you have open positions, say you've bought now Goldfields, for example, and Goldfields now is in profit with 18,200. So you just need to add it. It will actually also add it into your portfolio total from your profit total. So it will be able to then give you sum up the actual amount of money you have, right? But remember that this is floating because you haven't closed that position. So it's still running. So it will actually still fluctuate. So tomorrow you might wake up again and then you have 287,000 in your account, meaning that, you know, Goldfields on that day has went down. So it will be fluctuating on a daily till you actually close that position. All right. So upon you closing that position, only then can you claim that you've made the profit or loss. Before then, we are floating, all right? Is that clear for you, Ivan? Is it making also perfect sense? Because I want you to
No,
be able to.
no, it makes perfect sense. I was just reading the comments that people are making, and I can keep track of them. But that does make perfect sense.
Yeah, all right. So that's how it actually then affects your total portfolio, right? And then you can also click on the profit total, all right, and you can get the profit for the day, right? Remember that this happens on a daily, right? So, for example, now you're
Yeah.
invested in the GSE, it means it opens at 9 till 5 and then it will close. It will show you how much you've made for that day. And then tomorrow it will start all over again from zero for profit for today. So if you click on that profit total, you can get for profit for today. And then again, if you click it, you'll get the profit total. All right. So that's how it actually works.
And I'm seeing on the comment section, you just answered a question that someone was actually asking, like, what's the difference between the two? And you just answered, just gave them the answer already.
Yeah, all right. So on that note, we could continue, right? Because remember that you've already invested, right?
Yeah,
Now you invested, say now you have 10,000, right? Like we'll take that picture again. So now you have 10,000 and then you invested in a certain company, you've invested 2,500, right? 2,455. So now once you've
yeah,
invested that amount, right? What happens is that your available funds will be the funds that you still have to actually invest in other companies, right? Because remember now you've already opened a position. So the available funds basically gives you the funds that you can still invest that are open for investment. So they are in your account. And remember that while they're in your account, right, while we still there, remember that they are earning interest, Ivan. So they are not just idling to say, hey, it's just sitting around and doing nothing for you. It's still working. It's still working.
yeah,
You're still earning your interest rate between 8 and 10%, right? So, and this is just money that's coming to you without you having to even invest, you know. So it's just
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just money. So it's like it's working for you whether you are actually investing or you just deposited money into account. It's constantly actually making you money. And remember with
Mm.
the interest, it will be compound. You can imagine now this time it's giving you that, that for that month
I
it's
think I
giving
think I
you, yeah.
I think we need to emphasize that. We need to emphasize that the available funds and interest while they're sitting inside your pro stock.
Yes. While they are not invested, uninvested, right?
They're not
Remember
invested,
that,
uninvested,
yes,
just sitting.
they are just
That's available
sitting.
funds. Yeah.
Those are your available funds. Those are the funds that you can then withdraw if you want to. But then
Yeah.
leaving them in there, it's also it's to your advantage because you can imagine that
It's like a
you are
savings
earning,
account, basically.
unfair because we don't it
Yeah.
doesn't come with those rules where normally those kind of interests you get them in your 32-day notice or
Yeah.
those long-term savings, right?
Mm.
But on that note, while we're actually discussing this, remember that this is mostly factual information, right, and not advice. These are just
Yeah.
some of the tools we have for people to actually use. Like we said, we are trying to make it easier and accessible for everyone to actually then find a way of actually having some side hustles and they could do something with their funds, because in most
Mm.
cases, we are just retail investors. Most of us don't know about this thing. We don't even know where to start. But here is a place for you to start, you know?
And I
So
think I
that's what.
think I think And I think that is so important because when we speak about retail investors, a lot of them sometimes download Brokstock, make a 500 rand deposit, make a 1,000 rand deposit, then they open the app. Now they want to pick what company they want to invest into. They don't know which one to pick. And the money is just sitting there because their mind is still trying to do research.
Yeah.
But that means they're actually doing something. The mind is actually doing something. And I love that example. I love how you explained it.
Yeah, yeah. And on that note, you can imagine if you have 50K plus, now it's moving from 8% to 10%. So,
Yeah.
it helps everyone, you know what I mean? So it's a very good
Yeah.
incentive to actually check out as well for yourself.
Yeah, I think now we need to move into the deposits. I think I've been getting a lot of questions. I want to take this one myself. I want to take this one myself because I've been getting a lot of questions, especially on TikTok, on Twitter. I even know on my Facebook page, I get a lot of questions about deposits. Guys, with Brokstock, you can deposit as minimum as 100 rand, right? There's two ways to deposit. Those who are using Capitec Pay, they are lucky because they can use it directly and get invested, deposit their money very fast through that process. And it is also bank transfer. Bank transfer is where you put your bank card information. You know how your bank card information, you put them, especially like when you do online shopping, you the same process you use at Brokstock app as well when you're depositing your money. And most of the time it's instant deposit. Majority of the time it's instant deposit. Let me say 99.9999% is instant deposit. You deposit the money, it reflects the same time, and you're able to go to JSE and swim with the big boys. Yeah, the big boys. That's how it works in terms of that. Then it comes to withdrawal. I know people always complain like, oh, Ivan, I withdraw, but I'm still haven't received the money. Uh, with Brokstock, there's wire withdrawal. Some of us have been investing with Brokstock. We have been keeping our money inside. We haven't withdrawn it yet. But I know with Brokstock, you can, there's wire withdrawal. You put all your information inside, put your bank account detail, all of them. The same way you will do, like once you want someone to send you money, you put all your bank information. Similar to that, you put all the information that you need them. And it will take up to 3 days to withdraw, to reflect on your bank account. Sometimes when you withdraw on a Friday, because Saturday and Sunday is not a business, the banking day, it sometimes will count on the next day, meaning they will start counting from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sometimes it's like that because Saturday and Sunday are not banking days. So withdrawal, that's how it works with Pro Stocks. If you have any question with withdrawals, deposits, as well as the portfolio balance that was covered please do ensure to let us know in the comment section or in the chat. We'll answer this question when we get to the end. So now we're going to move into the next question: how to choose stocks. You are the money web analyst.
All right.
You are the money web analyst. Come with your analysis. Come
All
with your
right.
thinking right now. Come with that genius.
All right. So here we've basically created a platform for you guys, right? So remember that with investors, there are different kinds of investors. People have different kinds of goals. They have different kinds of periods they want to hold the investment for. So some want to hold them for a short period, some want to hold them for a month, some would be interested to hold them for a week, all right? So here, basically, we've done like your JSE and New York Stock Exchange shares analysis is basically your weekly analysis, right? But this will be more for riskier investors, right, and traders, because as you can imagine, the shorter the holding time, the riskier it becomes, all right? And then we also have, three JSE shares to invest in for the month. And this is companies we keep giving you every month, companies that you can invest in for that month, all right? You can always look into it on the app, all right? You can see it under your portfolio as well. If you are interested in them, you can actually invest them directly from there. All right. So continuing on that, right? So remember that side we were talking about that there are different kinds of investors, all right? So it depends also on your age, right? I think there are certain questions that clients need to ask themselves. How long are
Yeah.
they willing to hold their investments for, right? What is their risk tolerance, and really what are they trying to achieve, all right? So I'll start with what they are trying to achieve. If it is, for example, you have 10,000 Rand and you are 23 years old, right? It means that you would need to look into more growth stocks, right? Meaning you will need to be a bit of an aggressive investor because you'd be looking to grow your capital, because 10,000 is a small amount. So you'd be looking to grow your capital. So you would be looking at most probably Magnificent Seven stocks, which are the stocks that you can actually invest in, right? So these are stocks that are trending right now in the market. These are stocks that are trending right now in the market. They're in the tech, so they are quite volatile. And then as we go older, so if there's, for example, someone that is around 55, they're heading into their retirement and they are looking to actually now put in their money and let it actually grow steadily, then they would look for more blue chip stocks. And by blue chip stocks, I'm referring to stocks that have a global, like they've been in the industry for long, right? Like for example, Shoprite in South Africa. Shoprite has been, I mean, I was born into Shoprite. We've been, buying food at Shoprite. And I think you too, Ivan, it's been the
Yeah,
same thing.
true, true, true.
So those are companies that we could refer to as being, long term. Once you are invested with them, you're sure that your money won't suffer, especially when there's a market downturn, because it's inevitable. It always happens once in a while where now the stock tends to dip. So these are the kind of strategies we have for you there, all right? And also we have events and dividends. So basically there is where we give you actually companies that will be paying dividends for that month. We update it for you every month. So every month we'll be giving you companies that are giving dividends and when is the last day to trade them and how much they'll be paying out. So you can actually participate in the dividend payouts. So those are the different kinds of strategies that are out there for you to actually try out. You see? So we can also move on into
And I
other.
love the fact, yeah,
Yeah,
I, I love the fact that the information is just there. You just need someone to read. You just need to read.
You
You
just
just
need
need to
to,
read.
yes, exactly. And you can imagine, Ivan, because in most time we're living in a world where, you are busy, like you said, now you are into law, you're also doing law, you're also doing a researcher, and now you need to be worried about what you're investing in. You need to go do that kind of research as well. But here in the Brokstock app, everything has been done for you. The hard work has been done. It's a matter of you asking yourself these small questions. How long am I looking to invest for? My risk
Yeah.
tolerance, and what are you trying to achieve? So, for example, now here we have also investment ideas, right? These are now more midterm kind of investments because they are looking into 3 to 5 months holding periods. So here, when it comes to investment ideas, we tell you that, hey, you're going to buy at this price and you're going to sell at a higher price. So we give you an entry price and an exit price. So in that way, it allows investors to know what they need to be looking out for. And the nice thing about this app is that you also have, risk management tools like your stop loss and take profit. So if you know that, for example, okay, you've invested now, for example, in Process, but you know that you don't check the app every day, you can set up your take profit so that by the time it reaches it and you're not there, it can actually close it out and you take your profit and you're done. You're done and you move on, all right? And you look for the next idea for you, all right?
The next best thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not for you to stay in there for long term. Remember that here, hence why I'm saying it's medium term holding because we are looking at a few months as opposed to looking for long term. So with these kind of investment ideas, you wouldn't want to hold them for a long period because you might find that it's a very volatile stock. They don't do well over a long period, for long-term investing, because once we experience a downturn, they might also just dip, So these are more medium term. And then we have your investment
Yeah.
goals. Yeah. And then we have your investment goals here. All right. So this basically will be your short-term investing, like I said, medium-term investing and long-term investing, depending on what you are interested in. You see, so then you can actually invest
Yeah.
according to what goal you are trying to achieve. It is maybe short term and you want to go on vacation, you can look into more short term investing because this could be something you want to do in December and you're investing now. So you could actually do it for December. So that's how you can actually use these ideas we have on the app for you.
And December is just around the corner.
It's around the corner, yeah. Some people, you find that some people, they'll call you and they just started and he puts down 25,000 and you ask him, yes, sir, well, what are you trying to achieve? No, I want my money. When it reaches December, I just want my funds. And being a South African, I understand it big time because it is a big, part of our lives and it's a culture for us. We really want to
Yeah.
actually
We
enjoy.
leave for December.
We live for December, you know what I mean? So, so those are the kind of things we need to declare, And the
Yeah.
nice thing is that you have an account manager, right? So if it is you are not sure of what you're trying to do, obviously an account manager will reach out to you. If it is you want to reach out via chatting with them, via call or via email, they're available to you. So they can actually assist you in actually finding out what you're trying to achieve and also offering you factual information to actually make better investments. So you could go actually discuss with your account manager what you are trying to achieve, and they could actually guide you around it. Okay. So I'm going to dive into forecasts and ratings. All right. So we
Yeah.
have
I
this
think this is
tool.
the most important one.
Yeah, this is very important, right? So
Mm.
this tool works right now. We only have it for US stocks, right? So this tool basically what it does is it has taken data from Reuters and analysts, right? Top analysts from Wall Street, and we've summed it up for you, all right, to actually give you what the market sentiment is. So basically what the top dogs are saying about the share. And then after that,
Mm.
we've put it into a rating from 0 to 10. So if the company has a rating of 8 to 10, it means the company is doing well. And the market is expecting it to outperform the benchmarks. By the benchmarks, I mean the S&P, your indices. We're expecting them to outperform them. And then if you have companies that are now ranging from 5 till 7, those are now companies that are not sure. They are lukewarm. They are not doing as well. They are sometimes in par
Yeah.
with the market, and sometimes they are not doing well. Below that, as you can imagine, they are below, they're trading below the market expectations and they're not doing well. So here, basically what this forecast is helping you do is filter basically good companies. So if it is that you're interested in looking into the US, you can look at companies that have a rating of 8 and above. So you are filtering all
Mm.
those 1,200 plus American companies that we have on the app, which makes it easy. I mean, you won't want to go through every individual 1,200, companies on the app. So this forecast rating actually is there to assist you to be a better investor, right? And then we also have for those that are actually a bit advanced and they like reading into the financial statements, they want to know about the P/E ratios, revenue, we have that in the app. So when you click on any company that you're interested in, if for example it's Peso, you'll find all their revenues from their latest earnings report. We are updating them on the app. So you don't have to go out looking for all this information. You are now have the app, and then you need to go now look for one at News 24. Because I'll give you an example. I had to go pay News 24 premium just to get business news up to date. Because if when you are reading them, you don't find some of these news, you want to read and then they tell you 14-day free trial, and then you run out of the
Now you
free
must
trial.
pay.
Now you must pay that 89 rand. It's also an expense on your end. So I mean, we are
Yeah.
giving it to you for free. You have it in the app. You have the news.
Mm.
We have a news site for you where you can actually check out the latest news that can potentially move the share price. So why not also check it out? Because everything is done all in one. That's what we've been trying to achieve here. And the nice thing is that, Ivan, we always listen to our clients. So if there are things that they want to add there, we always look for a way to actually make it better for them. So
I
this is
love that.
actually,
I love
yeah.
it just simplifies everything. Just basically like it's like all the information you need is there for you. You just
Yeah.
have to read. It's made simple. Then if you want to be technical, there's a technical side for you as well.
Exactly. It's accommodating everyone from beginners to
Mm.
your beginner advance and to more advanced, right? These are the tools that you can look into. I mean, we are all not from the same surface, but Brockstock is trying to bring everyone together, and we can all invest. And we do have an educational content if it is you don't understand some of these tools we have. Because I can imagine now we are running this podcast just so that they can see what we have. But I mean, they could also just check it out in the app because we do have an educational site where they can actually check out how the app works. And also they have an account manager at their disposal. So, I don't see, a disadvantage of not investing currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before we go to the next slide, I just like to remind people. I know we are sitting at around 193 people here. That
Mm.
we are still having a giveaway. By the end of the webinar, there will be three winners that will win themselves amazing gifts. We're giving away for anyone that downloads the Brokstock app today. They put a trend, put their Brokstock ID in the chat. They will win a full Woolworths share. If you're already using Brokstock, every time you ask a question or comment, put your Brokstock ID there or your Brokstock account number there. If you are engaging, every time you ask a question, ensure you put your Brokstock ID there because there will be 1,000 rand as well up for grab for that as well. So as a reminder, guys, because I know I see people are busy talking in the chat. Please know that there's our admin are there in the chat as well. They are busy interacting with you guys. They'll send you the link. Just ask for the link in the chat to download Brokstock. They will send you the link inside the chat. And some of the questions we'll ask them in the end of the webinar. So let's go to the next part, right? Which is Brokstock ETF.
Yeah.
I think this passion for me. Those who follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, they know that I always say my first love is ETF. And ETF, for those who don't know, those who are joining the webinar and don't know what ETF ETF are actually traded funds. Basically, they are a basket of shares or a basket of or can it be a basket that tracks a specific index or tracks a specific commodity. It's just a basket basically of different assets that grouped into one. You can have a basket, for example, in the JSE, you have the ETF called the Johannesburg Top 40 ETF that has the top 40 biggest companies in the JSE. And Brokstock has added up to, listen to this, guys, listen to this number. Brokstock has up to 255 ETFs available inside the app. Guys, you are spoiled for option. If you love investing into ETF, what are you to invest into ETF that tracks the S&P 500, you find them there. You want to run track the Nasdaq, you find them. To tracks the the JSE top 40, you find them there. And the nice thing about ETF that many people don't understand is that it allows the opportunity to diversify your portfolio in a greater manner than anything else. Because with just buying one ETF, let me use an example of this is an example of financial advice, guys. An example of the JSE top 40 ETF. When you buy it, you have the top 40 biggest companies in the JSE. You don't have to go study and read the analysis of each and every single top 40 top 40 JSE listed company and buy one by one. With a top 40 ETF, you get all of them at one buy. And another thing with ETF, you can diversify in different industries. Because there's some ETF that not industry, but different location. There's some ETF that are listed in the JSE but allow you to be in the New York stock market. There's some ETF that are listed in the JSE that allow you to invest into commodities like gold and actually owning the gold, not actually going to stress about, okay, where do I buy the actual gold? And that's the beauty of it, because you can invest via the JSE but be in the New York stock market. You can invest via the JSE, be in India, invest in the JSE, be in Australia. I have never heard of a JSE that ETF that tracks Australia, but that's the country that's popped into my mind. But that's the opportunity that ETF gives you, and that's what it does. And besides that, it's the affordability of an ETF. I always say this: ETFs are cheaper than buying individual companies one by one. ETF are cheaper than going to have what calls thing a mutual trust, a unit trust. But unit trust is actively managed. An ETF is passively managed. So when you invest in an ETF, you know that you don't pay much fees compared when you have a unit trust that you must pay manage. So that's the beauty and the low cost that comes with an ETF. And I repeat, a Brokstock has 255 inside the app available for you. The only thing you have to do, the information is also inside the app. You just have to read. And if you don't understand anything, there is an account manager dedicated to you via email, call, or chat inside the app where you can talk to them, ask them question. Oh, I don't understand 1, 2, 3. Can you please simplify this for me? Just like that, they simplify it for you. So I think that covers ETF. I want us to go to something else that is very important for me now. The next slide. I want us to cover the next slide. We talk about Brokstock current promotion. And this is important to me because there's a lot of people who are just new to investments. I know I've been doing financial education content for a while, but every single time I make a comment, I create content, there's always a new investor that's there that asks a question. Ivyn, risk, Ivyn, this, and we need to take care of them. And Brokstock currently is running a promotion called risk-free investing. And this promotion, guys, is structured in a manner that it wants to put comfort to new investors who are worried about risk. So that you can invest and see how the market is while you get used to it. So, Brokstock, if you are afraid of starting to invest because of losses, Brokstock, guys, is giving you the opportunity to invest into specific stocks that are guarantee stocks. What do I mean about that? Basically, you get full guarantee about the poor performance of those stocks. When you invest with them, if you make a loss, you will not make a loss. Basically, am I putting it right? If you make a loss, you're not gonna make a loss because Brokstock will cover that, and you get the actual money you use to buy the actual stock. So you don't make any loss when you buy the stock, but you only enjoy the profits of the stocks. So you can invest into them without worrying about losing money. They're up to, I think I will check here my information here because I have notes here on the side. I think there's 5 stocks, 5 of them, right? It's 5 of them. You pick them, you invest into them, and if the share price fall within a month of acquiring those stock, Brokstock will reimburse you for any loss that you make. If the first month of buying those 5 stocks you make a loss, Brokstock itself will just give you a full reimburse. It will just refund you for those losses, and you get the actual money that you use. And the reason they are doing this, guys, is basically to say, get used to it. Swim with the big boys. Just get used to it. Just pick 5. Here are the 5. We are giving them to you. Take them. Get used to your investments. Know how the market works, how it feels. Then after that, go swim. So go swim with go swim in the ocean now. Go feel for yourself now because you already got the lesson on how to swim. We put you in a pool first, you learn how to swim, then you go out and you do it for yourself, knowing how to. Because it's very scary for a lot of people in the peak. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Putting your hard-earned 1,000 rand, your hard-earned 2,000, 20,000 rand in the stock markets for the first time is very scary. But with this Brokstock current promotion they're running with those 5 stocks, you pick them, you invest into them. If you make a loss in the first month, Brokstock will reimburse you. And do remember, just for the first month. It's for the
Yeah.
first month. I'm correct saying it's the first month, right?
For the first month, and it's mostly doing it for new clients, all right, so that
New
they can
clients.
invest. Yeah, and also, you've said it, well, and also, as you can imagine here, it also helps clients learn how to diversify, which is a very big factor,
Mm,
just like an ETF. I mean, when you buy into an ETF, you're basically diversifying yourself. You're minimizing the risk in it all. So even with this risk free, that's what we are trying to do. And I mean, like you said, we are reimbursing you, so you can try it. And when you make profit, you get to keep that profit. And might I add, Ivan, with all these stocks,
yeah,
they are all blue chip stocks. So they are, for long term, if it is you want to interested, you've made your profit and you like to keep them, then you can keep them, right? Because they are for long
yeah.
term growth, so they're actually quite good. And then you can start building around them.
That's so important. And
Yeah.
let's go to the next one, which is Brokstock Plus. I'm gonna give this one to you.
All right.
Brokstock Plus. What is Brokstock Plus?
All right. So with the Brokstock Plus, it's a simple one, right? All you need to do is make a deposit of a minimum of 5,000, right, into
Mm,
your account, right? And then what you also qualify for is an 8% annual interest, all right? And then if you have 50,000 and above, then you're going to get 10%, which was we've alluded to earlier on, right? And then the nice thing
mm,
about the Brokstock Plus is that as a Brokstock Plus member, you will be getting free commissions on certain instruments, all right? So these
yeah,
instruments will be kept being updated for you. And also on top, you get an analytical report, right? A personalized analytical report that will be sent to you to actually look into potential investments, all right? And remember that with these reports is mostly factual information, right? It's not advice.
yeah,
Obviously, you will need to read into it because all we are doing here is providing you with information to make you a better
yeah.
investor. Yes.
And
So this is
I love
basic.
the fact
Yeah,
I love the fact that there's up to 10% interest earning.
10%.
Which is far above inflation. Far above inflation.
You know, so you're not, and also as you can imagine now you're investing for free commission, meaning you are not paying for actually opening this position, so it's free.
Mm,
Everything basically is on a silver platter. It's the plus. I mean, everything for you is being given to you so that we can actually help you make you a better investor, so that you can keep actually growing your funds and have the confidence of knowing what you're doing.
I love that. I love that. Guys, please do keep your notification turned on to stay up to date. The latest news, dividends, and new promotion and other useful contents that Brokstock does push inside the app. I know, guys, today at 1 o'clock, there was a notification that says Ivyn will be live in a webinar. Those are the type of information that Brokstock pushes through notification so we can get to attend such webinars, get to attend the latest news updates, the content that can assist you. Because remember, if Brokstock doesn't give you the information, you will not enjoy your investment journey. So they need to give that information you can enjoy your investment chain. So please do ensure you turn on your Brokstock app notification so you get notified with everything that Brokstock does. Now, that's time of the day, the time of the day where we have to answer question. I'm gonna go through the question tab. And guys, please just a reminder before we go to questions answer that we cannot answer questions that are specific to your individual financial situation because by rules and regulation in South African financial institution, we cannot give financial advice for individual issues you're facing. So we'll cover general Brokstock and investment questions and see what's the best way that you can go about such issues or such things that Brokstock does. So I'm going to scroll and try to see. Guys, please do remember to tap down your questions. You put your Brokstock ID there so that we can be able to announce the winners as well that have to win those three prizes we're giving away today as well. So I have a question here. What do you mean when you say Brokstock? Can someone assist you investing in like an account manager? So the question basically is what do you mean when you say I have an account manager? That's the first question that we have.
All right, right. So by an account manager, I'm referring to another human being, all right? So remember that we are licensed by the FSCA, right? And our license number is
Yeah.
51404, right? So we have representatives, right, that are actually qualified to actually assist you with your investment journey, all right? So these are people you can talk to with regards to anything when it comes to your account and your investment journey, and your investment goals. Those are basically the people you go to if you have any situation or any struggles with the app, all right? They'll be able to assist you, whether it is with factual information or help you understanding how to use the app. Maybe you've read how the app works under the educational content, and there's something that is not really clear to you. You can actually then go talk to your account manager. It's basically another human being that is there to just be able to talk to. Because, not everyone will understand something. Some of us, we need someone to actually get there and tell us, to keep us, up to date with our investment, to make sure that we are actually investing every month. We are looking into it. So they are there to assist you with all that. All right. So I hope I do answer the client's question, because that's what our account managers actually do.
Guys, there's 150 questions here. I don't think we'll be able to answer all of them, but I'm gonna pick some few one. There's one that says, when I'm investing international, do I have to buy in dollars?
Okay. See, the nice thing about
And what's the impact? The second part is what is the impact of? Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes. And what's the impact? All right.
Yeah, the
So
impact of currency.
all right. No, no, no. So the nice thing about us is that everything will remain in rands. Remember that you are investing in rands. So we will actually be converting your amount that you want to invest into dollars once you actually click on the buy button. But everything for you, you will see it in rands. You won't get affected. Even if there's a currency change with the rand and the US dollar, you will be seeing your funds come out to you in rands. Everything will remain in rands. You won't have to deal in dollars and worry about the exchange rate.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And I think another question as well here. Someone says, I just want to make sure, is the 8% 8 to 10% interest paid every day, every month, or paid yearly?
All right. So we are paying that monthly. All right. That 8% annual will be paid every month. So they will be able to see it under their history when they go into their portfolio. Under history, they will see it the following day of the last day of the month. They'll be able to see the interest that they've earned on their available funds.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna be like a journalist, just throw questions to you right now. Just throw in
I
questions to you.
throw them. Let's answer as much as we can. I mean,
Because I want us to ensure that we can cover as many people as
yeah,
possible. And
for
guys,
sure.
please to ensure put your Brokstock IDs when you're asking questions. The next question is, will Brokstock ever offer us any other market besides the GSE and the New York market?
Oh yeah, okay. So we actually have great news, all right. We've actually applied for a crypto license, so we will be adding them, all right. Expect them in this quarter, later on this following month. We'll be adding crypto as into our products. So, which is great. We're excited about it, and please keep a lookout for it because we are also excited about it. As you can imagine, this is a new product. People have been looking for it. Although it does come with a bit of volatility over any other products, but hey, you can dedicate a small chunk of your portfolio size to it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And the next question says, do the account manager come for free or must I pay for them monthly? The account manager gets inside the app.
Whoa, the account manager comes with the app. The moment you download the app, the moment you download the app, the account manager is yours. You can actually text and ask anyone via, like I said, chat, via email, via call to get your account manager to call you. They are free. It's just how we a thank you token to say that we are here to actually assist you and make it better for you to invest with us.
The next one says, is Brokstock available via PC platform besides being an app?
Yes, yes, yes. So we do have a web version that they can actually check out as well, right? Remember that we have three ones. We have one for Huawei, one for Android, and we have one for iOS, and then we have a web version
Mm.
that they can check out, right? They basically have everything that they need as well. So if it is some people really do enjoy using it on the web, and they don't like the app, especially when it comes to the older generation. They still prefer using, the laptops and the computers.
The website. Yeah.
Yes.
Someone just sent us love inside the comment section. Loving the app. It is simple and easy to use. I mean, I'm new and I'm enjoying, and also I'm in learning today. Someone just sending
Great.
us love in the chat.
Yeah, I know. Great.
um, and I think we're left to 2 more minutes. I'm gonna take 2 more questions and we will just wrap it up. Guys, some of these questions are personal, so we won't
Yeah.
be able to answer personal questions. That's why I'm skipping them. It's not because your questions are not important. I think it's because it's so personal. We don't want to give personal advice in such a platform because of rules and regulation that governs a platform like Brokstock, guys. Um, the next one says, please explain the post on making huh? Recurring payments. I cannot understand this question. I think I must skip it because myself I don't understand this. Someone said, what is the difference between ETF and individual stocks and how to capitalize on them in terms of investment price?
Ooh.
I think this
Evan, I
person
feel
jumped
like
quite late.
this one is something you can answer. I saw the passion that you
And
have.
And they joined late. They joined late because we did cover them. We did cover this question.
Yeah.
We did cover it in the presentation. But guys, an ETF basically is like I always have to use this example. It's a basket. Inside the basket, there's a lot of shares. They're grouped into one. When you buy shares on ETF, you're buying everything that's inside. An individual stock basically is individual. It's like ShopRite. It's like Capitec. It's like Wimpy, whatever. Is Wimpy even
Upside.
listed?
Yes. No, upside. Yeah.
Absa.
Mm-hmm.
So when you buy individual company, you're just buying one company. But an ETF, you're buying a lot of companies inside it. But it's not only listed to companies. Sometimes an ETF can track a specific index. When I say index, I'm talking about the JSE Top 40 index, the Nasdaq index, the S&P index, and all of those things. Sometimes it can be that. So that's the
Yeah.
difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to add something on that before we
Yes, yes,
cover
yeah.
the one last
And
question?
also, yeah, yeah, on that note, also, remember that, with ETFs, there are also things like bond. If you're interested in government bonds, there are also government bonds, right, of even other countries. I mean, if it is, for example, you are interested in what China is offering, we have,
Mm,
ETFs that are tracking the Chinese indices, India, Namibia. So you can also check them out there in the app. We have Vanguard because it's been one popular ETF, especially in the US. Everyone, when
yeah.
you ask them what to invest in, they'll tell you about the Vanguard. So we also have it in the app. So if clients are really, into ETFs, they can look it up as well.
That's so true. That's so true. I think
Mm.
the last question is going to come and say, uh, what are trading margins?
Ooh, trading margins. All right. So, yes, Ivan, so you are breaking a bit. So the question is, what are trading margins?
What are trading margins, and can you please explain for me? Please
Okay,
explain what is the trading margin.
okay, trading margin. So, we have two options in there, right? We have an investment mode and then we have a margin mode. All right. So margin basically is that you are borrowing money from us. Say you have 1,000, right? And you have activated your margin trading. So we can borrow you 5 times of what you actually have in your account. So instead of saying you have that 1,000, you can have 5,000 to invest. All right. So it means that you can actually exacerbate your profits and also exacerbate your losses, meaning that you losing that 1,000 can be quick as you making the 10,000. So using margin basically is just exacerbating your profit and losses as opposed to you investing that 1,000 rand. I mean, with 5,000, obviously you'll always make more than anyone that is using the 1,000 rand. That's what it is in a nutshell.
I think you've answered it perfect. I think the next we have covered all the questions. I don't want us to stay too long and make
Yeah,
this webinar too long. We said 1 hour. Let's stick to 1 hour.
yeah.
Guys, giveaway results. Let me remind you guys, for all new investors who downloaded the app today, all of you, you have to download the app and also deposit 500 rand while the webinar was continuing, and you're going to win a whole. You're going to get a Woolworths gift share for yourself, and for active, for those who have already had Brokstock before, you had to make a deposit, large deposits while the webinar was continuing, and also comment with your ID. Your what do you call this thing? Your Brokstock ID, and for everyone, you had to engage, comments, ensure to ask questions, and you want to be credited with 1,000 rand. The two winners the winner for newcomer and active, I think I'll announce them in my platforms, my social media pages, because you need to verify all that information that you made the deposits, you did do all of those things. So I will announce those winners on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram accounts. So do ensure you follow me there. I will announce those winners there. But for the 1,000 rand to be credited to your account, there's one person I've been seeing that has been asking question over and over, and is asking the same question, but busy asking it in different wording, trying to to get me them. His name is Daba, Susan Daba. I have your ID, your Prostock ID here. Susan Daba, you are the winner of the 1,000 rand that will be credited to your account. I hope you're still right here in the chat, in the webinar. But we do have your Prostock ID. I'm just typing it down so I don't lose it. Yeah. We do have your Prostock ID as well. I did mark you, Sizo Ndaba. You are the winner of that 1,000 rand to be credited to your account. So, guys, thank you so much for joining today. It was amazing to have you guys all here today. And do you want to say something as we end the webinar?
Yes, Ivan. Thank you so much for actually hosting us. All right. I had a great time actually discussing it to your audience, so that they can understand what Brokstock is and what we are trying to achieve here. And also just to, declare to everyone that, everything here is factual information and not advice. Everything here is clearly for you to be a better investor so that everyone can grow. And we are also regulated by the FSCA, and our FSP number is 51404. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. I truly appreciate it. This was an amazing webinar. I can't wait to do it again and also go into other topics and cover them. Imagine, guys, at one point with plus minus 200 people watching us. So thank you so much, guys. Until next time, be safe. And as I always say, happy investing. Until next time, guys. Bye.